"You deserve this," my brother whispered, while transferring our mother's life savings to his account. My grandfather always promised me his vintage Rolex Submariner, worth $28,300 when he passed away. For 15 years, every Christmas at his house on Maple Street, he'd show me the 1967 watch and say it would be mine someday. I was his first grandson, and he made it clear this family heirloom was special. Last month, when Grandpa died, something felt wrong during the will reading. My stomach dropped when the lawyer kept shuffling through papers, looking confused. My hands were shaking as I waited to hear about the watch, but it never came up. When I asked afterward, my Aunt Sarah just shrugged and said, maybe he changed his mind. That's when my grandfather's true nature started showing through other family members. My cousin Mike told me Grandpa had been saying that kid never visits enough anyway behind my back for years. My uncle revealed Grandpa complained I was too irresponsible with money after I bought my first apartment. Then I found out he'd been telling everyone why should some 25-year-old get something so valuable. The final punch was learning he'd actually said I never really liked that boy's attitude to my own mother just weeks before he died. I decided to dig deeper into his finances and hired a private investigator for $3,200. 2 months later, I discovered something incredible. Grandpa had been living a double life for 30 years with a second family in Phoenix, Arizona. He'd been sending them $105,000 annually and had promised that same Rolex to his other grandson, Tommy. When I called Tommy directly, he was shocked to learn about our family's existence. The evidence was overwhelming when we compared notes. Both families had the exact same photos, the same promises, even the same birthday cards with identical handwriting. Tommy had receipts showing Grandpa flew him to Switzerland in 2019 to see where his future watch was made. We both had recordings on our phones of him describing the watch's serial number and history. Within weeks, both families united and contested the will together. The lawyer discovered Grandpa had been fraudulently managing 2 separate estate plans and had actually sold the real Rolex 3 years ago to fund his double life. The court froze all his assets totaling $847,000 while investigating potential fraud charges against his estate lawyer who knew about both families. His Phoenix wife divorced him posthumously to protect her assets. His reputation in our hometown was destroyed. When the local newspaper ran the story and both families refused to attend his memorial service, the church ended up holding the funeral for just 4 people. Every family photo had to be removed from both houses because nobody could stand looking at his face. 15 years of lies unraveled because he couldn't keep his promises straight. Now neither grandson gets the watch, but we both got something better.